20 Home Alone Horror Stories, True Terrifying Incidents You Won't Believe. Don't watch alone. Open book description. Being home alone is supposed to be peaceful, until the silence turns sinister. In this chilling video, we'll dive into 20 real-life home alone horror stories that will make you double-check every door and window tonight. From eerie knocks at midnight to ghostly whispers in empty halls, these terrifying encounters are all too real. Subscribe for more true horror stories, mysteries, and spine-chilling experiences every week. Skull warning. You might never look at being home alone the same way again. Hashtag horror stories, hashtag true horror, hashtag home alone, hashtag true story, hashtag scary stories, hashtag nightmare fuel, hashtag creepypasta, hashtag horror talk, hashtag don't watch alone, hashtag real life horror, hashtag ghost stories, hashtag storytime, hashtag paranormal. Drop of blood story. 20 home alone horror stories, true terrifying incidents you won't believe. Headphone intro, 0-100 to 2 o'clock. Greater than there's something about being home alone that makes every sound louder, every shadow darker. But what happens when the silence is broken by something, or someone, that shouldn't be there? Tonight, we dive into 20 terrifying true home alone stories, told by those who survived to share them. Turn off the lights, lock your doors, and don't look out the window. This is 20 Home Alone Horror Stories. Keycap 1. The midnight knock, 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. A college girl home for the weekend hears 3 soft knocks at 3:12 a.m. When she peeks through the peephole, no one's there. She calls her dad. He tells her not to move. When police arrive, they find footprints, bare, muddy ones, leading from her back door to her bedroom window. Keycap 2. The laugh in the basement, 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. A man doing laundry hears a child's laughter echo from the basement. But he lives alone. He runs upstairs, locks the door, and listens as small footsteps climb halfway up, then stop. Keycap 3. The caller in the mirror, 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock. A woman alone receives a video call. It's her own number calling. When she answers, she sees her reflection, but it's smiling when she isn't. Her phone freezes, and a whisper says, "You shouldn't have answered." Keycap 4. The man in the closet, 11 o'clock to 1400. A teenager hears scratching behind her closet. Thinking it's mice, she records it overnight. The next morning, she plays the recording and hears whispering. She's almost asleep now. Keycap 5. The babysitter's nightmare, 1400 to 1700. A babysitter keeps getting calls asking, "Have you checked the kids?" Assuming it's a prank. When police trace the call, it's coming from inside the house. Keycap 6. The creaking floorboards, 1700 to 2000. An elderly man alone hears someone pacing above his bedroom every night. But the upper floor collapsed years ago. There's nothing up there but dust and darkness. Keycap 7. The thing under the bed, 2000 to 2300. A little boy tells his mother there's a man under his bed. She laughs until one night she checks and finds muddy handprints under the frame. Keycap 8. The disappearing footsteps, 2326-00. A woman hears someone walking on her porch during a snowstorm. The next morning, she finds footprints leading to her door, but none leaving. Keycap 9. The power outage, 26-0029-00. During a blackout, a man lights candles and reads. His dog starts growling at the hallway. Lightning flashes, and for a split second, he sees a shadow move toward him. Keycap 10. The roommate who wasn't, 29-0032-00. A college student hears her roommate making food in the kitchen late at night. She greets her the next morning, but her roommate never came home that night. 1-1. The open window, 32-0035-00. A man living alone wakes up freezing cold. His bedroom window is open, and muddy fingerprints mark the sill. Police later find footprints leading into the forest. 1-2. The doorbell, 35-0038-00. Every night at 2:17 a.m., someone rings her doorbell once. She checks the security camera. No one is there. The last night it happens, the footage glitches, and shows a blurred figure staring directly at the lens. 13 The voice on the baby monitor 38004100. A mother hears a man's voice whispering through her baby monitor, "Don't worry, she's asleep now." She runs in, the crib is empty. 14 The photograph 41004400. A single woman keeps finding Polaroid photos on her kitchen counter, pictures of her sleeping. 15 The ghostly hand 44004700. A man swears he feels a cold hand grab his ankle as he sleeps. When he wakes, there's a faint fingerprint burned into his skin. 16 The TV static 47005000. Every night at 3 a.m., the TV turns on by itself, static and whispers filling the room. One night, he hears his name in the static. 17 The empty house 50005300. A couple moves into a new house and hears someone humming every night. The landlord later confesses, that house hasn't been empty since the first owners died there. 18 The locked bathroom 53005600. A woman showering hears her bathroom door creak open. Through the steam, she sees a figure in the mirror, then the door slams shut. She's alone. 19 The man on the roof 56005900. Scratching sounds above the ceiling at midnight. A man calls 911. Police find a stranger living in the attic, watching the family through air vents. 20 The final knock 5900 hour 3 minutes and 0 seconds. A woman hears knocking on her front door every night for a week. On the last night, she shouts, "Go away." The knocking stops, until she hears it again, from inside the house. Candle outro 1 hour 3 minutes and 0 seconds to 1 hour 6 minutes and 0 seconds. Greater than these were 20 home alone horror stories that prove, sometimes, being alone isn't the scariest part. It's realizing you were never alone at all. If you made it to the end, you're braver than most. Subscribe, like, and comment below. I survived the home alone horror. Until next time, sleep well, if you can.